Greetings everyone, welcome back to the bench. On the bench today we have this Grommes Precision Power big space amplifier. Well, if you follow my channel, I brought home all that PA gear that was going to the dump, fixed it up and sold it. And this was another one of those things. But here's the weird thing, I must need my head examined. I actually paid for this thing. Why, I don't know. But, well, yeah, I actually bought this thing. And I took it upstairs, put it in storage, and I never turned it on, plugged it in, or anything. So yeah, that's what we're going to look at today, is this thing. These are commercial / industrial type amplifiers. It'd be in a multi-speaker system, like in a grocery store. Could be in a warehouse or a industrial plant or something where they need to page people. So it would be hooked up to a another console that would, they could have music mixed in and microphones. This would be the actual power amplifier. Or in some cases, the whole unit is one. But in this is just a power amplifier. Before we get going, you might be asking, what's going on with the speaker project, the JAT-801 project? Yeah, I need to make a video on the speaker project, kind of run it by you guys. See what you think, because it's taking a little different direction, and the JAT-801 is getting buried. That's right there under that stuff. I need to tie up some loose ends on the design and continue on that at some point. But I can tell you one thing, this summer I'm going to be kind of busy, so I don't know how much time I can put into YouTube. I mean, I'm going to still be putting stuff up. Appreciate the support and all that, but I gotta work on some things. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I'm not a professional content creator, as they call us. This is a weekend kind of hobby thing. It's a kind of a secondary income type thing for me. But anyhow, yak, you want to see this thing. Okay, let's turn it around here, live on the air, and everything's going to fall on the floor. So in the back here, we have this company here, this Grommes, I guess it's pronounced. They've been in business a while. I looked them up. They had stuff back in the vacuum tube days, and they're still making stuff today. This is a power amplifier, 60 watts RMS power. I believe it's into 4 ohms. I think I paid 40 bucks for this. I don't know why I bought it, but, well, here it is. It's has a 70 volt, 25 volt, or you can take direct output off the amp into 4 or 8 ohms. So what is a 70 volt system? Well, it allows you to hook up multiple speakers. You can think of it as a constant voltage system. Well, in audio, I mean, the signal's not constant voltage, but it's kind of like a line level. It has a reference voltage level. And you take speakers that have a little transformer on them, and you just match the, you don't match it, but you select the wattage you want to have that speaker set to, and you connect that tap with the transformer. So if this is a 60 watt amp, you can have like 6 10 watt speakers. Actually, you would allow a little cushion space for the amp, maybe only go up to 50 watts. So if you had 10 speakers, you could set them for 5 watts, for example. Another feature of the 70 volt system is long wire runs. Because it's a higher voltage, the current's lower, less losses on the wires. So in a big warehouse or grocery store, wherever the amp's used, you have big long wire runs and you don't lose as much voltage or power in the wiring. Anyhow, we have a heat sink, couple covered transistors. The neat thing about the amp, this whole back plate is aluminum, so that also acts as part of the heat sink. So I'm sure these are designed to be rugged and run fairly cool. Over here's the input of your high Z inputs, a filter, a 600 ohm. I'm not sure what this is. A vacuum tube. I think you plug a matching transformer or something in there. I don't know. I'm not an expert on these things. And I don't know if you can really see much in there. We'll pop the cover, get a better look. But yeah, I've never turned this thing on before. I'm just going to plug it directly in, no bulb limiters, and see what happens. See if there's any smoke or anything. I remember the guy saying that it works, so it's probably going to work. Okay, we got the plug-in plugged in. When you were a kid, did you call them plug-ins? Oh, that's the plug-in. Plug it in. Look what I found. I've been missing this thing for a couple months. There it is, laying on the floor. My little flashlight there. Okay, it's plugged in. Here it goes. I didn't hear anything. No hum. It's not connected to a speaker. Well, let's check for voltage on the outputs before I hook a speaker up. Okay, we are on. Nothing. I'm getting power at the accessory outlet, but we're not getting power into the amp. So yeah, I'm going to pop the cover, see what's going on here. Actually didn't expect this to be a repair video, but well, looks like that's what it's going to be. Okay, so I went around with the meter here, continuity mode, checking things. Of course, power is off. The very first thing I checked was the circuit breaker, and it was open. And I don't know if you can see it there. It's out now, but it's like stuck or something. It was pushed in, and when I put my probe lead on this terminal to measure it, I push down, it comes out. So I don't know, it's sticking or something. See, I push down on it, that button pushes back out, jumps back out. So okay, well, let's see what's going on then. Okay, power is off. Let's get power on here. Can't really hear anything. Now it's drawing a whopping 7.1 watts. So yeah, I don't think anything's gonna blow up. Let me check for voltage on the output here, and I'll connect a speaker. Okay, so I got a speaker hooked up and a music player hooked up. Probably can't play that, or I'll have to take the video down and redo it. Can't play a few seconds of anything. doing amplifier things. Here's what's interesting though. I figured these would be rail filter caps, one for the positive rail, one for the negative, but nope. This is a single supply amplifier. It has 93 volts across the supply cap, and this is the output coupling. It has like 46 volts across it. Okay, so let's do a power test, see what this thing actually puts out. I mean, it's got a lot of voltage, 93 volts. Non-inductive load connected up to the amp and the scope. Using the preamp to give us more voltage because these things don't put out enough. So we'll run the thing to clipping. There's clipping. See it? You get the bounciness on the top because it's single supply amp. So that's ground and that's the ripple you're seeing. So we'll take it out of clipping. Try to find the point. I'd say that's good enough. And I'll put some waveforms on the scope so we can get a voltage. And what do we got there? 24.1, we'll say. So it's putting 72.6 watts into 8 ohms. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's check it out at 4 ohms. Okay, 4 ohms. Uneven clipping. Wonder if that's like a current limit. 8 ohms, 4 ohms. Maybe it's the current limit circuit or something, I don't know. Quiet you meter. Let's see what we're getting here. Boy, that's that dropped down. 10.44. 4 ohms, it's 27 watts. Well, that's bizarre. Maybe this thing is not working correctly. It's always the weird problems I get. Always. I get the weird amps with the weird problems. Okay, well, I have to look into this a little further. But let's do that in another video. I don't want to make this long. Maybe it could be just the way it's designed. Maybe it's just for 8 ohms. I don't know. I have to look up some information on it. But it's not liking 4 ohm loads. So there you go, the Grommes Precision Power Amplifier. It must have quite a bit of hours on it because the little bulbs burned out for the meter. And yeah, we're clipping early on the negative side, so maybe it's a current starvation issue. It's not getting enough current for 4 ohm loads on the negative side of the amp. We'll have to look at what's going on there. That seems a bit wacky to me. I want to get this thing fixed and get it out of here, make it somebody else's, but I can't sell it in this condition because I'm clearing things out. And look over there, those 2 big brick red subwoofers are gone. Been getting rid of a lot of stuff, clearing out, minimalizing, working on the house here, doing a lot of projects. So, yeah, I'll poke around here and see if it'll make an interesting video to fix this thing. And so you might see this thing in a future video. Well, we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.